Before this begins, I would like to give a huge thank you and show my sincere gratitude and appreciation for the ones that helped me create Battleground. My small little cast here have been so amazing. You guys have helped me create this story and make it real for me, and I can't thank you guys enough. So, I would like to give a thank you to Amanda. I would like to give a thank you to Natalie. I would like to give a thank you to TJ. I would like to give a thank you to Ella. I would like to give a thank you to Eddie. I would like to give a thank you to Joseph. And I would like to give a thank you to Josh. You guys have been amazing. Thank you guys so much for everything you've done. Battleground 3 has been in production and, writing and everything for 3+ years now. It would have been much sooner, but we've gone through some issues, and I'm so happy that we're finally here at the finish line. And one tip I could give you is listen until the very end. Battleground is not done until the main theme opens, or closes in this case. So yes, stay tuned for everything. So, without further ado, here's Battleground 3. Please enjoy.
Last time on Battleground.
We did it!
Hey Damian, let's open them together.
Jackson and I both sat on the couch and opened the wax seal on the letter. We both took out the letter and read it. Dear Damian, the Unknown Battleground Event Corporation has selected you and your other 3 companions from the previous event to participate in the 4th annual Unknown Battleground Event. This event will be a new experience. Therefore, we grant you 12 total months notice before the event begins. Good luck on the battleground, UBE. You've got to be kidding me. Battleground 3, Destination Miramar. It's been about a month since Jackson and I opened our letters together. Speaking of that, Jackson was able to move out on his own recently. He decided he would get a job training to get his piloting license. I suppose he decided he wants to become an airplane pilot. I tried helping him get an on-the-job training job with the company I work with. We do commercial electricity work across the state of Florida. I guess he thought he could get more business being a pilot down here. He's not used to being in such a busy state since he's from Arkansas. I still can't believe he drove himself at age 17 all that way. I mean, it wasn't awfully far, but for a 17-year-old, it's pretty damn far. His apartment isn't that far away from my house, so I usually just pay him to watch Willow for me when I have big trips for work. Speaking of Willow, she's 6 now. Like, literally now. Her birthday party's going on, and a few people are already here, including Ed and Jackson.
When is everybody else gonna be here?
Soon, sweetie. Be patient for me.
You already got us, don't you? Why would you need anyone else?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I'm being serious!
They're just messing with you.
Hey Ed,
Yes, Willow?
can you come play dolls with me while we're waiting?
I thought you'd never ask.
I'm gonna show you my new one!
They ran into Willow's room.
I worry about him sometimes.
That makes 2 of us.
Ooh, look, cake.
Don't touch the cake.
I'm hungry though.
You can wait like everyone else then.
If you have some with me, I won't tell anyone.
I don't even like cake.
More for me then.
Jackson, stop being a turd.
Relax a bit, Damian. It's a good day. Just look around.
No one's around here except me and you.
Fair point. But for real, man, lighten up.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Ed and Willow walked out of her bedroom.
I present to you the beautiful Ed.
Ed had came out of the room with makeup smeared all over his face.
I promise you, I don't have a single clue how it went from dolls to makeup.
Isn't he pretty?
Hell no.
Wait, really?
He's gorgeous.
Okay, come here, asshat.
Ed and Jackson started wrestling on the couch.
Stop! You're gonna mess up his makeup. They're here!
Willow went to open the door and let all of her friends in with their parents. After greeting all of them, Jackson blurted out,
Look, kids, we brought a clown to the party.
That's not a clown. It's the beautiful Uncle Ed. And he's gorgeous.
You got that right.
Hey guys, follow me to my room. I'm gonna show you my new dolls.
Ed, let's go get that makeup washed off.
I'm right behind y'all.
They followed me into the kitchen where we could get all the monstrous makeup off of Ed's face. Sorry that the makeup didn't look the best. I wish I could teach Willow girl things. Grace always talked about teaching her things as a little girl before she was born.
Grace is her mom, right?
Yeah. Willow never met her, so she has no clue what it's like to have a mom. She only knows girls do girl things from her friends and TV.
That's really sad.
I still wish it would have never happened.
Do you know how it happened?
Postpartum hemorrhage.
What's that?
It's when your inner vaginal area begins bleeding after childbirth. Hers was caused by placental abruption. That's when the placenta is detached from the uterus very early. Damian, do you have any chips here?
Yeah, in the
Wait,
pantry.
whoa. How do you know all this?
I was there.
You were?
He was. Matter of fact, he was actually the only other person to show up.
No way.
Yes way.
Not even your parents came?
My parents hate me.
Why?
So, I was an only child, and they were very strict on who I dated because they didn't want me to ruin my chances of my child being different.
Wait, like race-wise?
No, they weren't against race. They were against genetics. They didn't approve of her hair and her eyes and the way she acted as well.
Isn't that what rich people do? Were you rich?
We were more middle class than anything. I have no clue why they were like that. I figure it had something to do with our ancestry or something like that.
That's insane. Wait, go back a minute. How do you know all that medical stuff?
It's always been a dream of mine to become a doctor. I went to medical school for a few years as well.
Wow. I guess we'll need you on the battleground a lot more then.
I guess you could say that.
Alright now, don't get too cocky. An hour and a half passed by and we all sang happy birthday to Willow. Jackson got his cake finally, and then we all opened presents.
This one's from Jackson.
Open it, sweetie.
It's a doll I've been wanting. Thank you, Jackson.
Anytime, Willow.
I want to go play with it now.
You got more presents to open first.
Oh yeah, I'll open this one next. It's from Uncle Ed.
I hope she likes it.
No way, it's a toy piano.
I think she likes it.
I want to go play with it.
Wait, it looks like you've got one last present left. Willow went and grabbed a medium-sized box from the corner of the living room.
What's in here? It's heavy. It's from you, Daddy.
Go ahead and open it.
It's a puppy!
He's a German Shepherd. You get to name him.
I want to name him Doll.
Doll?
Well then, I guess his name is Doll.
Wait, no way.
Yes way. Welcome to the family, doll.
You're joking.
I love Doll already.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought Doll was a pretty dumb name. But I'm not gonna be the guy who ruins his 6-year-old daughter's birthday party over a puppy's name. Besides, if she's happy, then I'm happy. Speaking of Willow, I still realize she has no clue what the Unknown Battleground Event is. All she knows is that I go away for a few days. She doesn't even know Jack is dead. She knows he's my friend and that I met him at some event I was selected to, but nothing more than that. I'll tell her one day when she's more mature to handle the news. After her present, she asked if one of her friends could spend the night that night, and of course I gave her what she asked since it's her birthday. Jackson, Ed, and I were in the living room, sitting on the couch while Willow and her friend played with Doll in her room.
There's so much time until the next event.
Yeah, I know, dude. I wonder why they let us know so far ahead of time.
Yeah, there's gotta be some reason why.
It got quiet.
So what do we do for the next 11 months?
What do you mean?
We got 11 months until the event begins. What are we supposed to do in the meantime?
I don't know. Live?
No, guys, I'm serious.
Ed, being serious?
We have all this time to prepare.
Prepare?
Yeah, you know, exercise or something. I need to get in shape.
Ed smacked his stomach a few times. You want to work out?
Yeah, as a little group or something. So we're all on the same track.
I mean, I wouldn't mind.
Oh my god. I know the exact person to call for this.
Hello?
Hey man, it's Jackson.
What's up, Pipsqueak?
I got some people with me.
And who would that be?
The one and only.
What's up, Clay?
What's up, maggots?
Nothing much, man. Just the usual.
We wanted to know if you wanted to work out with us, possibly.
Yeah, and seeing that you're from the military, you could show us the way.
So let me get this. You want me to come down there to Florida and work out with y'all?
We gotta stay prepared before the next event.
It lets us form better friendship too. Besides, what's a team without chemistry?
Exactly. So what do you say, Clay?
I say y'all are crazy as hell.
So is that a yes or a no?
Neither.
Huh?
It's a hell yes.
Hell yeah.
Sweet!
I'll be in Florida by tomorrow. Send me the address.
I'm on it.
We're gonna be so fit, it's not even funny.
Damn right we are.
Oh, and Clay,
What's up?
don't take it easy on us. We need to be as ready as possible.
Roger that. I'll give you my all.
Sweet, man. We'll see you tomorrow.
Alright, y'all. See y'all tomorrow.
Jackson hung up the phone.
Imagine how insane we're gonna be when we're more built.
We already did great without being built.
We're gonna be unstoppable.
Daddy, you're being too loud.
Sorry, honey. We're just excited.
Why?
We have a good friend from the event that's coming over tomorrow.
I want to meet him.
You will, sweetie.
Alright, man, gonna head home for the night. Happy birthday again, Willow.
Thank you, Uncle Ed.
Yeah, I'm gonna head as well. Happy birthday, kiddo.
Thanks, Jackson.
Bye, guys. They both left the house and got in their cars and went to their homes. Hey, Willow,
Yes?
you and your friend don't stay up too late, okay?
We won't stay up late. We're sleepy.
Okay, well, happy birthday. And don't go too hard on Doll, okay?
I'm gonna go play with him.
Willow ran off pretty quick. I'm glad she liked the puppy. I'm still in disbelief that she named it Doll. It's whatever, though, as long as she's happy. I decided I was a bit tired as well and decided to go lay down to go to sleep. I turned the fan on and closed my eyes.
Daddy, wake up!
Ah! You can't keep doing this to me, Willow.
There's a scary man at the door.
A what?
A scary man.
Honey, please stop screaming at me. I'm only a man.
Get up!
Not even a please?
Please, get up!
And would you like some ice with that?
Stop being a booty head.
Willow began pulling my leg off the bed. Fine, I'll get up. Winner, winner, chicken dinner for you.
We're having chicken for dinner?
No, that's not what...
Yay!
You'll understand one day. I walked to my front door and opened it.
Is this the household of Damian? Oh, wait. You must be his girlfriend.
Oh, shut up. Clay and I shook hands.
Mind if I come in?
Help yourself. Clay walked into my house and Willow came out of her room and looked at him with a slightly frightened look.
This must be your daughter.
Yeah, it is.
Does she know? About...
No. I'll tell her about it when the time is right.
She's gonna find out somehow.
She's just way too young right now.
So where's the pipsqueak and the dumbass?
Don't say bad words.
You're pretty bold for someone who's only a little taller than my knee.
I'm gonna beat you up.
Calm down, Willow.
So where are they, Damian?
They're just at their homes.
Call them over then.
Okay. I called Jackson and Ed over to my house, and they arrived about 15 minutes later. The doorbell rang.
Where's the girls?
Where's the beer?
I stated nothing about girls or beer.
We know. It'd be nice, though.
Would you look at that?
Jackson walked up to Clay and shook his hand.
You look good, man.
Thanks. I'd say you look good too, but I wouldn't be a good friend if I lied, would I?
Ooh. Sheesh. That's what we called you.
To make you look better?
Yeah, why would we call Clay to make you look better? We could just get Willow for that.
I'm not quite sure I get the joke.
Oh, man. You completely missed it then.
You should hang out with us more often.
You think so?
Definitely.
I'll consider it then.
Oh yeah, back to why we wanted you to help us out. You said you were in the military, right?
Marines, 12 years.
Meaning you did military workouts, right?
Only the toughest.
Well, we just wanted to know if you'd help us work out before the next Unknown Battleground event.
You still want me to work out with y'all? I thought y'all would have chickened out by now.
Yeah, we're trying to be extra prepared.
So, what do you say?
I say let's get to it.
Hell yeah. Let's head to the closest gym.
We can take my car. Hey Willow, you want to go to your friend's house for a few hours?
Hell yes!
What was that?
Heck yes!
That's what I thought. All of us hopped in my car. Clay was in the passenger seat while Willow was in the middle of the back seat in her car seat. Ed is to the right of her sitting behind Clay, and Jackson is to the left of her sitting behind me. We saw Doll looking at us through the window.
Daddy, can we please bring him?
Your friend's parents may not want him over.
But they love dogs.
And how do you know that?
Because she told me.
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't seem very convincing.
Stop it, Jackson.
Fine, go get him.
Yay!
You spoil the hell out of her, don't you?
I can't help it, man. She's my pride and joy.
I could never find it in me to spoil a child of mine.
How come?
My pops would have never allowed me.
Your dad controls your kids?
I don't have kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I couldn't see you having kids, to be honest.
Oh, yeah? How so?
You're a bit of an asshole.
Kid makes a point.
I'm not that much of an asshole.
I don't know, man. You're pretty mean.
Shut your mouths, maggots. My God, y'all are such a pain in the ass.
You love us, Clay. Don't try to hide it.
Willow came back from inside the house with Doll in her arms.
He went poo-poo in the house.
Damn it! Already?
It smells bad.
That's why you don't buy puppies.
I went inside and cleaned up Doll's mess. The audacity of this puppy to shit on my carpet blows my mind. It's whatever, though. He's a new addition to the family. It's like having a whole nother kid. I walked out of the house, locked the door, and hopped back in the car all over again. Okay, are we ready this time?
Affirmative.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes, sir.
Okay then, let's get Willow to her friend's house. After a good 10-minute drive, we arrived at Willow's friend's house, and I got out of the car to let Willow and Doll out of the car to go play with her friend. Willow,
Yes, Daddy?
Doll better come back in the same condition as we brought him here.
Okay.
No rough play.
Okay.
No makeup.
Okay.
No running him around too much.
Okay.
And make sure...
Okay, I get it.
Good. I love you. I'll be back later.
Okay, I love you too.
I hopped back in the driver's seat and we took off to a good local gym that we could all work out at together. I have no clue what this is going to be like since we're having a man from the actual military train us. We pulled up to the parking lot of the gym and all got out.
Don't take it easy on us now, big guy.
Damn it, Jackson. Why would he say that?
Oh, don't you worry. I'll give you boys my all.
Great. We all walked in and were greeted and asked if we were members. They let us by with a free trial to see if we'd want to come back and keep doing it, so that was pretty sincere of them.
So they're gonna let us try the gym out, and if we like it, then we can start paying to come here.
Seems that way.
I used to lift weights with my dad back in high school.
Alright, soldiers. Come over here and we're gonna weigh you in and check your heights. Pipsqueak, you're first.
Jackson walked up to the scale that had a height measure with it as well. Clay fiddled with it a bit and got Jackson's measurements.
You're about 5'9", and weighing at 145.
Damn, man, you're tiny.
Dumbass, you're second.
Ed walked up to the scale and Clay did the same thing he did for Jackson.
Damn, I'm 215? At least I'm 6'2".
I'm pretty sure that's overweight.
Yeah, seems that way. No worries. We'll help you maintain a good diet and exercise a good bit.
Hell yeah, I'm about to pull so many girls, I'm gonna make Damian look bad.
That's a very bold statement, Ed.
You still talking to that waitress?
Yeah, I am. What you giggling for, Ed?
No reason.
Nah, now you gotta share.
As long as you have a girl, that's gonna slow you down from pulling more girls than me.
You are such a child, it's not even funny.
Just you wait, I have more girls than you before the next event.
Ooh, do I smell a challenge?
You're probably smelling your nut sweat, Jackson. You seem pretty nervous how frail you look next to Clay.
Oh yeah, hotshot?
Yeah.
Step on that scale then.
Alright. I walked up to the scale and stepped on. Psh, who's this munchkin trying to make me look bad?
6 foot even, and it looks like you weigh 170.
See, Jackson?
Oh hush.
Damian, you're pretty average size and weight. After working out for about 11 months, you'll put on a good amount of muscle weight. It'll look good on you.
Sweet. Let's get right to it then.
Wait a minute, Clay, you step on the scale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, step on up, big fella.
Okay, now calm it down.
Clay walked up and stepped right onto the scale. The scale made a big click sound. That wasn't normal.
Well, I'm 6'6" and 255 pounds.
You weigh more than me?
My God.
Here's some news for you. It's all muscle weight.
Good God, Clay, you're a damn machine.
You almost fought this machine a month ago.
They called me the Machine back in Iraq, which is ironic.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Alright, come on now. Let's get to working out.
Clay led us to the different weight sets and ways to work out each muscle and demonstrated how to do everything properly and get the best workout possible. The man knew what he was talking about. We spent about 3 hours doing cardio, core, and legs. You want to tell me why we just did nothing but cardio, core, and legs?
Yeah, man. What the hell is that all about?
I can't feel my feet, guys. Is this normal?
You guys want to know why we did nothing but those 3? Last year, we all got caught up in that blue zone. Tell me this. What if that blue zone line would have been smaller? The pain would have been worse. What if we got caught back up in that shitstorm again? And this time it doesn't show us any mercy.
You're right. We doubted you again.
We need to be more prepared for this.
Okay, Clay. You got our support.
Good. I'm gonna need it.
I'm so glad we're on the same page this year. We're gonna kill it.
Damn right we are.
A team is nothing without chemistry.
Exactly. We're going to win this year's event by a long shot.
So, should we expect ourselves to be doing this more often?
Yeah, we should.
How about tomorrow we do it again?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I don't mind.
It's gonna kill me, but it'll be so worth it.
In that case, I'll find me a motel around here and we'll make this game plan happen.
Alrighty then. Let's head back to my house. We all hopped back in my car and swung by Willow's friend's house to pick her up. I had a conversation with her friend's dad about possibly letting Willow stay over a little more often because of my working out schedule and the event coming up, but I didn't say anything about the event. I'll let him know when the time comes around. I'm not so sure anyone knows about the event. You would think that people would question me about it if they knew, but I guess they don't. That's really strange. Hey, you guys. I got something we need to talk about when we get back to my house.
How come we can't discuss it here?
I looked at Ed, then I looked at Willow, indicating that's why.
Oh, right.
We finally arrived at my house and all got out of the car.
Come on, Joel. Let's go inside.
I'll be inside in a few.
Okay.
So, what were you gonna talk to us about?
Is she inside?
Yeah, man. She's been gone.
Okay. Do you guys ever notice that people don't ever talk about the event?
What do you mean?
I'm saying, how do the letters know where our houses are? How do people not find the private airports? How do people kill each other on an island and nobody knows?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm it down for a second.
No, hold on, dumbass. He's got a point.
I don't know how I feel about that nickname.
At least you're not Pipsqueak.
Both of y'all, stay focused.
Okay, yeah. I think if people found out we were killing people, it wouldn't turn out so good.
Wouldn't it be considered self-defense?
I would think so.
Think of it like Clay and the Marines killing people.
This shit is nothing like any army war. It's completely twisted. You're not fighting for your country, you're fighting for your life. That Team United States stuff is complete bullshit.
We literally get a letter in the mail, no other connections, the guys who pick us up don't even talk to us, they just drive us.
What the hell is this event? Where is the island located?
Who created this? Where did it start?
Good question, Pipsqueak. The roots are what we need to find out.
You'd think if we keep winning, we'll have to find out eventually, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then, let's keep winning.
Damn right.
There's no way we'll lose this year if we stay on this workout routine.
Anything could happen. I wouldn't be so sure of that if I were you.
Wow. Way to be positive there, bud.
What a buzzkill.
It's called being realistic. You never know how much harder the enemies are gonna be this time.
Yeah, but with this workout routine...
Shut up about the workout routine.
Okay then, assholes.
I gotta get in soon and cook dinner for me and Willow.
Clay, you should come stay in my apartment for the night. It'd be pretty cool.
I don't know about that.
It would save you money for your first night here.
Fair enough. Okay, Pipsqueak. I'll follow you there.
Ah, sweet!
See ya, Damian and dumbass.
See ya, PTSD.
Clay gave Ed a scary death stare.
Okay, Mama Bear didn't like that one very much.
Yeah, I kinda see that. Clay and Jackson both drove off my driveway and headed to Jackson's apartment.
You know, Damian, why don't you ever offer to let me sleep in your house for a night?
Goodbye, Ed. I gotta go make dinner.
Don't play hard to get, Romeo.
I walked inside and closed my front door.
Would you at least let down your hair, Rapunzel?
I flipped the middle finger at Ed through the window.
Aw, he loves me.
Ed got in his car and drove off my driveway back to his house.
Why is he such a dumbass?
You better watch that mouth.
He is, though, isn't he?
He's your uncle. You don't say that.
He's not really my uncle.
Yeah, well, he's like a brother to me, so he's the best uncle you're gonna find.
Yeah, I know. I love him.
And I do too.
You told me we could have chicken for dinner.
No, I said winner chicken dinner. Two totally different things.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, huh?
I want chicken. I want chicken. I want chicken.
Oh my god, I'll make you some damn chicken. Willow ate chicken that night. She defeated me. She's gonna be the death of me. I just know it.
Doll wants some chicken.
Only a little bit. Willow fed Doll some chicken. Doll loved it, of course. When you're done eating, you gotta take a bath before you go to sleep.
I don't want to take a bath.
I didn't ask if you wanted to or not. You've been playing all day. You gotta wash up.
Fine.
I love how you say fine like you even had a choice to begin with.
You're a booty head.
And you're my offspring. Therefore, you're the same as me.
Offspring?
Just go to the bath. Willow ran to the bathroom and turned the bathwater on. She's learning to get away with her words. Just like her dad.
Daddy,
Yes, sweetie?
what was Mommy like?
This was the first time Willow has ever asked anything like this. She's never questioned about Grace at all throughout these 6 years. It kinda hurt me. What do you mean?
I have a mommy, right?
Well, of course you do, sweetie. Why are you asking me this all of a sudden?
My friends have mommies, but I don't. I want to know what she was like. Wait, follow me.
I followed Willow into her room. She reached under her mattress and pulled out a picture of me and Grace.
Is this her?
Where did you get this picture?
It was in your closet, so is this my real mommy?
Yeah, she is. How did you come to start asking me questions about moms?
The girl at the restaurant who gave us our food felt like a mommy to me.
The waitress?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Willow. Nobody would have been a better mother to you than Grace. Grace would have taught you everything I couldn't. She was beautiful and smart and had it all. Whatever you wanted from her, you name it. She was the most precious thing in my life until you came into it.
Were you guys married?
We were supposed to get married after you were born, but you know what happened.
We can just say you guys were married.
Yeah, we can. I never considered that until now.
I'm gonna make you a good ring for your finger.
I would like that.
Which finger is it gonna go on?
My left ring finger. Right here. I pointed to my left ring finger.
Okay, cool.
Oh shit, your bath! We both ran to the bathroom to find that the bathwater had been flooding over. Oh, damn it.
It's okay, we can clean it up.
Go grab some towels from the other bathroom.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Willow ran out of the bathroom to go to the other bathroom across the house. Before that, she yelled,
Daddy?
"Yes, sweetie?"
Doll threw up on the floor.
Oh my god! That's what I get for letting Willow feed the damn dog some chicken. I blame myself. I came out and cleaned up the dog vomit on the floor. What the hell is this? There was paper in his vomit. Willow looked away from me nervously. Willow?
I gotta go take a bath.
What the hell did you feed him?
I didn't feed him anything.
Then why is there paper?
I didn't mean to.
Just tell me what happened.
He just got in some paper and ate it. That's all, I swear.
I'll take your word for it. Go ahead and go get in the bath.
Okay, Daddy. I love you.
Willow hugged me. I love you more, sweetie. Thank you for being honest. Willow went and got in the bath, and I got her out a few moments later and laid her down to sleep. I went in my room and turned the fan on and laid down. It took me a minute to fall asleep because it was tearing me apart that Grace was on Willow's mind. I kept it a bit of a secret from her for this long because I don't want her going through the same pain I had to when I lost her. I ended up finally falling asleep after 2 hours of being up. I was awoken by another doorbell.
Daddy, wake up!
What did I say about screaming at me when I'm asleep?
That man is at the door with Jackson and Uncle Ed.
Tell them I'll be there in a few and let them in.
You need to get out of bed.
Yes, Mother. Willow left the room.
My daddy's still asleep. Can you get him out of bed for me?
Why, of course we can, Mega Pipsqueak.
Alright, boys, let's get to work.
Ed, Jackson, and Clay all walked into my house and then straight into my room. Oh, what's up, guys? Hey, what are you doing? Oh! The three guys picked me off my bed and held me up and began shaking me in the air. What the hell are y'all doing?
Waking your ass up!
We got workouts to do!
They then set me down on my feet and Willow came in.
Good job, boys.
Anything for you, darling.
Ed took a bow.
We should get a move on, soldiers.
Damn, let me get dressed first. The three stooges left the room and allowed me to get dressed. Yes, I said stooges, don't question it. I got dressed and walked right out to Clay holding Doll.
One hell of a pup you got there. Ever considered getting it professionally trained?
To sniff out drugs and stuff?
No, pipsqueak, to protect.
Oh, the irony.
Yeah, what's that?
A dog named Doll protecting people, like attacking other people viciously. It's hilarious.
Don't make fun of my puppy.
Willow punched Ed in his left leg, but clearly it didn't hurt.
She's so hostile.
Willow, get ready. We're going to take you to your friend's house.
Yay!
Willow went and got ready, and we all hopped in my car again and did the same process we did the day before. Matter of fact, we did that process for the next 11 months. Until we got another letter in the mail 1 month before the 4th annual Unknown Battleground Event began. Me and the 3 others were at my mailbox when we found the letter.
Whoa, another letter?
What could they possibly want now?
I guess we're about to find out. I broke the wax seal on the letter, and of course on the back of the letter it had Damian written in a fancy font. I opened the letter and read it aloud. Dear Damian, the Unknown Battleground Event Corporation has some more information based on this year's event. Since it's going to be a brand new experience, we decided that we would add a cash prize for winning this event. The winning team in this event will evenly split $100,000 amongst each member. The less people on your team in the end, the more money you gain. Thank you for being so cooperative and good luck on the battleground. Yours truly, BC.
Whoa. BC?
Who in the hell is that?
You're asking the wrong guy, dude.
We shouldn't worry about who or whatever this BC person is. We should focus on how they're adding money to try and make us betray each other.
Something isn't right. First off, they let us know 11 months before the event, and now they're offering a cash prize?
And what is this new experience they keep talking about?
God only knows.
That's not true. BC only knows. Whoever this sick person is knows what they're trying to do and thinks we don't see it. Clay,
What's up?
for this last month before the event begins, boost our workout routine. We're going to destroy this event this year like it's nothing.
Roger that.
That time came. It was time for the 4th annual Unknown Battleground Event. I truly believe the workouts paid off. Ed wasn't kidding. Jackson gained 20 pounds of muscle and grew an inch. He's 5'10" now and weighs 165 pounds. He's finally filled back out. Clay just gained about 5 pounds because he didn't want to become huge. He's 6'6" and weighs 260 pounds. Ed was able to lose about 15 pounds. He originally lost 30 but gained 15 more in muscle weight. He was 6'2" and 200 pounds. I gained 25 pounds of muscle, which was a very nice feeling. I feel a lot more filled out. I'm still 6 foot even, and I weigh 195 pounds now. We were all in great shape and completely ready to take on the event. It was the morning of the event. I was in the car to drop Willow and Doll off at her friend's house until I get back.
Bye, Daddy.
I love you. I'll see you in a few days.
I love you too.
I drove off to go back to my house to prepare for the 4th annual event. I pulled up on my driveway and the pitch black SUV was already there. I parked my car and went inside and got dressed in a nice brown shirt and some black cargo pants with some work boots. I went outside and hopped in the back seat of the black SUV. We began driving to the private airport. Hey driver, you wouldn't happen to know who this BC person is, would you? They gave me no response. Fair enough. We continued driving for a bit. We finally arrived at the airport. I saw Ed, Jackson, and Clay.
Damian!
Welcome to quite possibly the last flight you'll ever take.
Nah, we're not losing. We can't. We got chemistry. The other teams don't.
You don't know that.
Every team member is selected randomly.
I feel like this was fate, not random.
You're not wrong, but we have chemistry because we get reselected every year.
It probably won't stop until we're dead.
Sadly, that's how it has to be.
Don't think like that. We'll change it somehow.
And how's that?
We'll think of something. Don't doubt me.
I'm not doubting you, hardhead.
Hey, that's what Jack called you.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we just found Damian here a nickname.
Oh, come on! Why did he get the good nickname?
The flight attendant signaled us to board the plane. She handed us our hologram map arm wraps that wrap around the top half of our forearm.
What the hell even are the names of these things?
Beats me.
We should call them map wraps.
Is it because it rhymes or something?
Nah, it just sounds like something they'd be called.
Are we getting on the plane or what?
Oh yeah, psh, totally forgot.
We finally boarded our plane. Before we hopped on, the flight attendant said,
Good luck in Miramar.
"Wait, what? What the hell did she just say?"
Something about Miramar.
What in the hell is Miramar?
Guys,
We need to get off this plane.
It's way too late for that.
guys,
I have no clue what's going on. Damian, what's about to happen?
I have no clue, Ed.
We need to maintain focused.
guys,
What,
Jackson?
check our maps.
Ed, Clay, and I all click the button that projects the hologram map.
Oh my god.
What in the holy burning hell am I looking at?
Miramar. This is the new experience.
We're gonna die.
We worked out for 11 months not knowing this was gonna happen.
This isn't that abandoned island.
The island's name is Erringale.
Erringale.
Yeah, Erringale Island. I did a lot of research.
That's awesome and all, Clay, but we're about to be dropped into this living hell. Miramar. Miramar was a desert. It wasn't an island, but it had small islands on the right side of the mainland. The mainland was completely cut off by mountains on the northwest side, preventing anyone from escaping that way. Not like we'd be able to with the blue circle keeping us in the zone. There were multiple little towns and stuff just like Erringale, except a lot less water. The only bit of water was the ocean-like water on the bottom and right sides.
This is absolutely frightening.
Jackson, I need you to listen to me. This year you need to jump with us. I don't care if you get scared. There's a lot more to be scared of than jumping out of an airplane, I can promise you that.
I'm not leaving any of y'all's sides.
Good. This is gonna be one hell of a fight. I can assure you that.
You're damn right it is. A bit of time went by and we began nearing the desert. This was not going to be fun at all. I don't know if that working out is going to be worth it. We've got no clue what our surroundings are.
Okay, Damian. You know the drill. Where are we dropping?
Give me a second. I gotta scout this map out.
Make it snappy. We don't have much time.
Why are there so many mountainous areas here?
This has gotta be Mexico. If it's not an island, then it's a place facing the shore.
Okay, we're gonna drop Los Leones.
That's like the biggest town here, Damian. Are you trying to die?
Just trust me.
Whenever you're ready.
Our plane began to near Los Leones. Jump now! I jumped out of our airplane and began gliding down towards Los Leones. Ed jumped after me, then Jackson, then Clay. It felt like it was the first event I was ever selected to all over again. Oh, how I'd give anything just to go back and prevent Jack from doing all of this. Sadly, I would have never met Clay. I'd most likely would have met Jackson though, but it would have been nothing like our relationship today. There was a bunch of other people dropping down here with us. I don't know what I was expecting trying to drop on the biggest town in this area. I'm really hoping nothing bad happens to my boys. It's my fault. I didn't think it would be so populated, seeing that Los Leones has hardly anything around it but pure, burning hot desert. We all began gliding down closer to the ground when we noticed something strange. Ed wasn't with us. I literally can't get a break. We all touched the ground at Los Leones.
Where's Dumbass?
Check around the area. He can't be far. There's not much of anything around this place. Let's divide up and we can find him easier. Be careful. Both of you. We have to win this thing.
Don't worry about us. We got this.
I never thought I'd say this, but you should listen to the pipsqueak.
Stop wasting time. There's a man that needs our help. Let's go. We all divided up and looked around Los Leones for Ed. I looked for a good minute. I saw Ed nowhere. And if Jackson or Clay couldn't find him, then I don't know where he could be. Then it clicked to me. I clicked the button on my map. Ed's blip was super close to me. I popped my head up and looked around and saw nothing. Then I knew one last place to look. Up. There was Ed, still using his parachute in the air. You want to tell me why you still got your parachute on?
I pulled my string way too early.
Then, bullets started firing at Ed, but thankfully they missed. Hold on, buddy, I got you! I went into the closest house next to me and searched for supplies. I found a level 1 backpack. Then I found an energy drink. None of this was going to help Ed. I saw a staircase. I went up the stairs and directly on the floor was a pan. Perfect! Beside it was a handgun that wrote P1911 with a box of 45 ACP bullets next to it. I wanted to grab it, but there wasn't enough time. I grabbed the pan and jumped out of the top window. I landed on my feet. It may sound stupid, but the workouts I was doing trained my legs a lot. I didn't feel much when I landed. I saw Ed still in the air. Ed, catch! I threw the pan up to Ed like a frisbee, and he caught it and began deflecting bullets that were coming at him. Good job, buddy. Directly after that, I was hit in the back of the head with the butt of a gun and knocked unconscious.
Damian!
Is that Ed?
I think so. Let's go to him.
Clay and Jackson went to meet Ed right when he touched the ground.
Damn, dumbass, we thought we lost you.
Are you okay?
I'm always okay with my pan. But besides that, they took Damian!
Who did?
Some group that knocked him out and kidnapped him.
Do you know which way they went?
No, I don't. I was so busy trying to deflect the bullets from that group. Whoever they are, they're smart. And they got a lot more people than us.
Wait, what do you mean?
We can't afford to be outsmarted, because now we're outnumbered.
We hardly have anything on us, too. If they didn't kill him, they probably don't want him dead. So, let's grab as much stuff as possible and not head into that group unprepared.
Damn, dumbass. Not much of a dumbass anymore, are ya?
I guess you could say that.
I'm still calling you dumbass, so you better not get too comfortable.
Ed, Jackson, and Clay all divided up and looted a few houses. Clay walked upstairs in a house and found an enemy with a pistol, but Clay had an M16, which was a 3-round burst gun. It shot 3 bullets at a time and took 5.56 ammo. The enemy pointed his handgun at Clay and pointed towards the stairs, signaling him to leave. Clay just put 3 bullets in him and left him there to die.
Who the hell do you think you are, ordering me to leave? It's free real estate, jackass.
Clay then heard footsteps below him. He aimed his M16 towards the staircase. A woman came up the stairs with her hands up. Clay's eyes widened.
Now what do you think you're doing here, sweetheart?
The woman quickly pulled a gun out and went to take aim for Clay, but before she could aim at him, Clay emptied 3 bullets into her chest.
Sorry it had to be this way, sweetheart.
Clay looted the girl's body and found a 2-time scope for his M16 and a bottle of painkillers, and then he found a Molotov cocktail. He smirked. Clay then heard footsteps below him. 2 sets of feet. He assumed it was the last 2 people on the enemy team. Clay jumped out of the top window but didn't touch the ground. He hung outside the window with both hands and peeked in by pulling himself up. The last 2 enemies walked upstairs and looked around at their teammates' bodies but noticed the first one was still alive. They went to go revive him, but before they could get their teammate up, Clay lit the Molotov up and chucked it right at the cluster of the 3 remaining enemies. They all caught fire and burned to death moments later.
Smells like barbecue.
The siren went off twice. The sky read, Germans eliminated, Australians eliminated, 130 players left. The reason it went off twice was because Ed and Jackson were fighting the Australians during that time. Clay, Ed, and Jackson all regrouped after a good minute of fighting.
Did you guys see how it's more than last year?
I think they're doing 140 this year.
What in the hell is up with the event this year?
We need to get out of this place, like now.
Good call.
Clay, why is that house burning down?
Long story. Just know I got the work done.
Fair enough.
Let's go find ourselves a car so we can get the hell out of this massacre.
The siren went off twice more. The sky read, Japanese eliminated, Guatemalans eliminated, 121 players left. Ed, Clay, and Jackson all left Los Leones looking for a vehicle. They didn't divide up, though. They all went on a main road leading out of the left side of Los Leones.
I see Pipsqueak here has his Tommy gun again.
Hell yeah, I do.
He picked it up off a guy we killed.
I never got to use it last year, so I decided to give it another try this year.
I'd think you'd go with the Scar L, since it's lighter than the Tommy.
Well, I've been working out.
The Tommy's cool and all, but nothing's gonna top this AKM.
I'd say this M16 is better, but it's not. I hate it. I want my Car 98.
Next time we run by one, we'll let you know.
That's why you're my favorite, Pipsqueak.
Hey you guys, look what's up ahead.
Ed, Clay, and Jackson all looked up the long road and saw a 2-door pickup truck.
Hell yes. Pipsqueak, you take the wheel.
Wait, what? Why me?
We're far better shots than you. Dumbass, you ride shotgun. I'll hop in the back. I can shoot better if I have free fire with no vehicle in my line of fire.
Okie dokie then.
The siren went off. The sky read, Russians eliminated. 115 players left. Jackson hopped behind the wheel, Ed got in the passenger seat, and Clay jumped in the tailgate section of the truck. They began heading away from Los Leones. A good 30 minutes passed by with no enemy encounters for the three. Many sirens went off during the 30 minutes, indicating that there were only 95 players left.
If we keep riding up this road, we'll end up in a place called Monte Nuevo. It's pretty fair size and it has a big circular thing in it. Kinda wanna see what it is.
How in the world Ed didn't notice he could just track wherever I was on the map is absolutely beyond me. Hey, I guess that's why Clay calls him dumbass.
You understand Damian's still out there, right?
Trust me, I haven't forgotten about him.
Then why do we keep worrying about us and not trying to find Damian?
I promise you, we're gonna find him. Just take it easy.
Sorry, I'm not trying to get cranky. It's just, this desert heat's getting to me.
You can say that again.
Clay took his shirt off and tore it to make a bandana-like cloth to catch his sweat around his head. Clay's body was covered with scars from battle.
Those are some pretty gnarly scars you got there.
Oh, these babies? They're nothing. Hey, Pipsqueak, how about you pull over right here real quick?
Jackson pulled over the pickup truck. Clay hopped out of the back and said,
Follow me.
Jackson and Ed got out of the pickup truck and followed Clay down a hill. Clay stopped moving, and Ed and Jackson followed up shortly after.
Why'd you stop moving?
This desert heat is absolutely killing me.
We need to keep moving. There's no need to waste any time.
Don't be in such a rush now, dumbass. I'm about to do something that'll make you love me for the rest of your lives.
Oh yeah? And what's that?
Clay got down and pointed to a small cactus bush on the ground.
Ooh, a cactus! I'm leaving.
Jackson, hand me that machete on your waist there.
Oh, this? Okay, I guess.
Clay chopped 3 medium-sized pieces of cactus off. They were shaped like a cylinder with a rounded top to them. He left them on the ground.
Ed, come back. Clay's about to do some survivalist shit.
Do any of you have any cloth I can use to wrap around my hands? This is gonna hurt to touch these prickly bastards.
Here, just use my shirt. Give it back to me when you're done.
Clay took Jackson's shirt and put it in the palm of his hand. Ed stood there and watched.
If I were you, I'd sit your ass right there so you don't get domed. You wouldn't want that, would you?
Fair enough.
Ed sat down. Clay then cut off the ends of the cactus pieces, and then cut off the remaining skin on the plant. He revealed a nice-sized plant in his hand that looked like a peeled cucumber.
What is that?
It's not the most effective thing, but this'll keep you hydrated. Just eat it all and you'll be good.
Isn't this like moisturized water or something?
Damn right.
Clay then did the same thing for the other two and handed the other one to Jackson and began eating the other one himself.
These are called fishhook barrel cactus.
Fishhook barrel cactus tastes like shit.
Yeah, these aren't meant to taste the best.
If you think about it, cacti are just heavily armored cucumbers.
Ed and Clay just stared at Jackson.
Jackson, shut up.
Good idea.
If y'all aren't satisfied yet, here's some cactus fruit that grows on these.
Clay, you're such a badass.
The siren went off. The sky read, Hondurans eliminated, 92 players left. Clay twisted off some yellow fruits at the top of the cacti plants. They were shaped like a miniature pineapple.
So we just eat them?
Clay took a nice bite out of one of the fruits and began chewing.
Here's yours, that.
There's so many black seeds in these.
They're good. You eat them. They had a nice little crunch.
I wish Damian was here to try this out with us.
How about this?
Clay took the machete and cut a piece of cactus with a few fruits on the top. He got the machete and cut off all the cactus spikes and put it in his backpack.
We'll save Hardhead some cactus.
Sounds good.
Do you guys think we should go now?
Yeah, it looks like our good old buddy named the Blue Circle is about to pay us a visit.
Ed, Clay, and Jackson all got up and walked back towards the pickup truck. They all hopped back in their original positions and began riding towards Monte Nuevo once more. The siren went off. The sky read, Swiss eliminated, 87 players left.
Hey guys, this truck is running low on gas.
We'll just check for some gas cans in these 2 buildings on the right up ahead.
Jackson stopped the truck and they all exited. They began walking towards the buildings. They finally reached the buildings and Ed opened the front door to it while Clay kicked the window, causing all the glass to shatter in it. He then jumped straight through it. Ed looked at him.
Why must you make everything so difficult?
Just then, Jackson came through the back door instead of going through the front door or the window.
Okay, never mind.
Wait, what?
They all began searching the two buildings for a gas can. After searching for a few minutes, 2 loud gunshots came from outside the house and shattered one of the windows in that building, but Ed, Clay, and Jackson were all in a different room from the shattered window.
What was that?
Tangos, outside of the building.
Ed, let's go find them. Clay, you keep searching.
Ed and Jackson both went out of the back door to go around the building to sneak where the gunshots came from. When they turned the corner, they didn't see anything at all. Clay heard faint footsteps behind him. Just as he turned around to see what was behind him, he was sliced directly in his left eye, leaving a deep gash in his eye. It began bleeding instantly.
You bastard! My eye!
Clay took a swing at the enemy but drastically missed due to the sight loss in one eye, and then he fell to his knees. The enemy jammed the glass into Clay's shoulder blade area. The enemy picked another piece of glass up and went to slit Clay's throat, but then he was shot in the side of the head. The enemy's body dropped instantly. Jackson had put his Tommy gun on single shot mode and put a bullet directly into the enemy's skull. The siren went off. The sky read, Somalians eliminated, 85 players left.
Are you okay, Clay?
Get this goddamn glass out of my back!
Okay, dude. Here we go.
Wait!
Jackson stopped moving.
We don't know where the glass may have punctured. Pulling it out may cause Clay to bleed out.
So what am I supposed to do?
Let me take a look.
Ed walked over to check out Clay's back.
Okay, it looks like it's in the shoulder blade area. I don't know how deep it is, but if it is severe, the worst thing that could happen is his lung is punctured.
I'm willing to take that risk if...
Clay then passed out. He had lost too much blood.
Poor guy.
Roll him over on his back and be careful not to touch the glass. We don't want to make anything else worse than it already is.
Jackson and Ed carefully rolled Clay on his back, avoiding the glass. At that moment, they just noticed his eye was gashed open and bleeding horribly.
Oh, God.
Jackson let go of Clay's body and backed away. Ed struggled to hold the body up.
Damn it, Jackson! Don't let go of him!
I'm sorry.
Jackson went over to help support his body.
Let's take his backpack off and place it under his back to support that section so the glass doesn't touch anything.
Okay, that's a good idea.
You really need to work on not doing that.
Yeah, I'll just stare at some more gashed open eye wells to prepare myself next time. I'm sure that'll work just great.
Don't get smart with me because you're mad that you can't handle a little blood.
Not all of us went to med school, Ed.
And not all of us seem to want to rescue Damian. He could be dead by now for all we know.
Damian wouldn't even be in this situation if it wasn't for you.
And Clay would have had glass in his back or his eyes cut if it wasn't for you!
It got quiet. The sky read, Iranians eliminated, 81 players left.
You're an asshole, Ed.
I'm just doing what needs to be done and when it needs to be done.
Whatever.
His eye's gonna need stitches. It's a vertical cut right down his eye, so it shouldn't be too complicated. I'll get my first aid kit and see what I can do.
Ed opened his first aid kit and found a sewing needle and some black thread. He found a small bottle of alcohol and another small bottle of antiseptic.
This is gonna hurt like a bitch. Thank God he's unconscious for this.
Ed poured the antiseptic down the eye cut.
That must hurt so badly.
He's awake! Clay, stay as still as possible.
Don't you worry about me.
Doesn't that hurt, Clay?
Daddy didn't raise no bitch.
Okay, Clay. I'm gonna stitch your eye up. That also means I have to stitch your eyelids as well.
Just get it the hell over with already.
Ed put the thread through the needle and tied it in a small knot. He stuck the needle on one side of the cut and made it reappear on the other side. He continued doing this until he had the entire cut closed back together.
Want a lollipop now?
Oh, shut up, dumbass.
Yeah, I was joking. But we still gotta take care of that piece of glass.
Just rip the damn thing out.
I can't do that.
Why the hell not?
We need to ease the glass out of you so we don't tear anything.
I hope nothing goes bad.
Well, thanks for being so confident in me, Pipsqueak.
Ed got a firm grip on the glass.
Clay, this may be the last time we speak if this glass went too deep.
Don't worry about me. I'll know I died defending you two, if it happens.
Ed slowly eased the shard of glass out of Clay's shoulder blade. The glass hit the ground and blood started coming out of the cut. It wasn't a major amount of blood.
Do you feel okay?
Besides the fact that I just had a nice and pretty shard of glass come out of my damn back, and I'm missing my left eyeball, I'm feeling pretty damn dandy.
Do you need to stitch that cut up too?
Yeah, it's safer if I do.
Ed poured the small bottle of alcohol onto Clay's back cut. He took the needle and thread and stitched up that wound. The siren went off. The sky read, Cubans eliminated, 77 players left. Ed, Clay, and Jackson all sat in corners of the one-story building.
To be completely honest with y'all, I think we should stay here for the night. Sundown is gonna be soon.
I'm fine with that.
Me too. I'm exhausted.
You're exhausted. I can't even wink at the ladies anymore.
I still can't believe you just lost the fight, Clay.
The bastard snuck me. What'd you expect?
I don't know, man. Aren't you like top notch in the military?
Pipsqueak, you're lucky I'm on the brink of death from blood loss, or I'd bring my happy ass all the way over there and...
What you gonna do? Push-ups?
Just you wait.
Y'all should have a boxing match when we get back home.
If we get back home.
What's up with the lost faith?
Clay would have gotten murdered if I didn't save him. That's what. Say I didn't kill the enemy. Then what? We lose a soldier?
Then you both get even more money.
I don't care about the damn money!
Why are you so damn moody?
I just feel awful. Damian is out there either dead or alive. He's the one that keeps everyone's head on tight.
He may be a hardhead, but that's his best quality. He doesn't take shit from anyone.
He's got the biggest sack out of all of us, if I'm being honest.
A sack? Oh, a sack.
Are you serious? Again?
Wait, how does he have a bigger sack than you, Clay?
Because he was gonna fight me last year. Nobody has ever had the balls to fight me. Especially over a guy he met for 2 days. Speaking of which, I'm sorry, Jackson, about what I said about your dad last year. I was just trying to get under everyone's skin.
I forgive you. I just want you to understand my dad died a hero.
I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for him. I miss Jack a lot. And Damian.
I miss them both. It's not too late to save Damian, though.
Clay can hardly move right now. We'll look for him first thing in the morning, I promise.
I just hope he makes it through the night, if he's still alive.
He's still alive.
How do you know?
He is a hardhead after all. There's no way he'd let someone take him down that easily. I got a good feeling.
Clay, you don't know what you're saying right now. You lost too much blood.
Yeah, whatever.
The sun had been at sunset at that point. The blue circle stopped moving enough to where Ed, Clay, and Jackson could rest in that same building. The siren had not gone off at all during that entire time. Jackson, Ed, and Clay decided to sleep. Around 5 o'clock that morning, Jackson woke up. He looked around the room to find that Clay and Ed were still fast asleep. He got up quietly and snuck out of the building that they were in.
I've been nothing but a nuisance to them. I've got to make it up to them somehow.
Jackson began walking up the long road that leads to Monte Nuevo. The building Ed and Clay were in wasn't too far, so it only took him a 30-minute jog. Jackson reached Monte Nuevo alone. He began lurking around some small buildings. He found a suppressor for his Tommy gun. He whispered to himself.
Ah, sweet.
He left that small house and remembered there was a big circle thing in that town. He went to go visit it. Jackson was nearing the circle thing on the map. He finally could visibly see what it was. It was a coliseum.
Whoa.
Jackson began walking down the steps of the coliseum. In the middle of the coliseum, Jackson found a bunch of bandages that he put in his new level 3 backpack that he just found. He also found a level 1 helmet that he put on. He walked around some more and found a gun that wrote SLR on the side with 2 boxes of 7.62 ammo. He picked up the gun and the boxes of ammo and whispered,
I'll save this for Damian.
Jackson began walking out of the coliseum. He saw a large house and decided he would go loot it. He got to the front door of the large house and the front door was wide open.
This has got to be a trap.
Jackson still walked in anyway, being as quiet as he possibly could. He didn't find any good loot downstairs, so he decided he would go ahead and try to go upstairs and see what he could find. He slowly crept his way up the stairs. Jackson finally reached the second floor and saw 4 enemies all sleeping on the ground. Jackson thought to himself,
If I take out 3 of them instead of all of them, the siren won't go off. The siren will wake up the entire battleground. Calm down, Jackson. You got this.
Jackson put the barrel of his suppressed Tommy gun about an inch away from one of their skulls and shot once. Then he put his gun barrel an inch away from another enemy's skull and shot once again. Then he put it an inch away from the third one's head and whispered very lightly,
Sorry it had to be this way.
and shot once more. He began silently looting the enemy's bodies. He found a level 3 vest on one of the corpses. He found a sickle, which was another type of melee weapon on the battleground, so he put that by his side. Then he found a level 2 helmet that he replaced his level 1 helmet with. He looked in the corner of the room and saw 2 completely filled gas cans. Jackson thought to himself,
Perfect.
He went and picked the 2 gas cans up and slowly and quietly walked back downstairs and out of the large house that he killed the 3 enemies in. He got outside the house and began walking down the street when he checked his map to see where Ed and Clay were located. Then it finally clicked to him.
The maps! The maps! Hold on, Damian! We're gonna come get you!
Jackson began running as fast as possible back to the building that Ed and Clay were sleeping inside of. After a good 20 minutes of running full speed, he burst right through the front door.
Guys, wake up right now!
What?
The maps!
The what?
What the hell are you going on about?
We want to save Damian, right? We can track him through our maps.
Clay and Ed stared at each other in shock.
We need to go right now.
We have no gas for the pickup truck, Jackson.
Jackson slammed the 2 gas cans on the ground.
Now get the hell up. We're saving Damian.
Clay checked his map wrap to see where I was.
He's at a place in the far southeast of the entire map, called Puerto Paraíso.
That's the exact opposite way we originally went when we left Los Leones. If we would have gone the other way, we could have saved Damian a long time ago.
It's not too late. It says he's still alive, so we stand a good chance at rescuing him.
Well, let's go right now then. There's no time to waste.
Ed, Clay, and Jackson filled up the pickup truck's gas tank. They all hopped in their original positions with Jackson driving, Ed in the passenger seat, and Clay in the back of the truck.
We're coming for you, brother. Just hold tight for us.
They instantly took off as fast as they possibly could. I finally woke up. I was strapped and tied down to a chair. I couldn't move my arms or legs. Each wrist was tied to each arm of the chair. Each ankle was tied to each leg of the chair. I was completely trapped. I woke up and everything was kind of blurry. Ed? Is that you? Instantly after that, I was slapped across my face. It wasn't a female slap either. It was a heavy hand slap that wakes your ass up quick. And thankfully I did get slapped. It straightened my vision out. I looked around me and saw 8 brown-skinned enemies surrounding me. 7 of them were male and 1 of them were female. Wait, they let females into the events now? I was slapped again. Would you stop slapping me? Then I was punched in the cheek so hard that the chair fell over and I almost hit my head on the ground. Okay, never mind. You can go back to slapping me. The enemies picked the chair back up and placed it back where it was before. One of them got in my face and began yelling at me in some foreign language. I have no clue what you're saying. I was then slapped in the face hard with a pan. My face bruised up on the left side badly. The enemy repeated what he yelled, but a little louder. I don't know what you're saying. Just please let me go. It clicked to me logically that 2 teams had to be from different countries, and they'd decided to team up together. How do they communicate? I have no clue. They have to be able to speak the same language, obviously. The enemy then pointed to me and kept speaking a foreign language. It sounded a bit like Spanish. He pointed to me and then made an air crown above his head. Am I a leader? Is that what you're asking? The enemy punched the table next to me out of anger. You are one angry fella, you know that? I probably should have never said that. All 8 of the enemies started beating the hell out of me. I could feel blood trickle from my head instantly. My chair flipped over as they were kicking me all over. I thought they were going to beat me to death until the leader had yelled something that made them stop. I spit blood onto the ground. There was blood coming from the top of my head and blood running all inside my mouth, and it was coming out of the corner of my mouth. I felt dizzy. Their leader picked my chair up. I was dehydrated and I was beginning to bleed, and I'm almost certain I broke a rib. Do you have any water? Something. The leader then punched me directly in the mouth and wagged his finger at me, signaling me not to talk. I looked outside the closest window to my left. These people were driving a pickup truck and 2 dune buggies. Whoever these people were, you definitely did not want to mess with them. The leader clicked the button on my map wrap. My map was projected and it showed Jackson and Monte Nuevo while Ed and Clay were in a building together. Why in the hell is Jackson on his own? The leader punched me in the eye area for talking again. All I could do was sit there and wait for their next move. No words. Nothing. I was going to die in that little shack. From dehydration and blood loss. The leader clicked the button on my map wrap and my hologram map disappeared. He went over to his other 7 people and they began discussing something for a long while. Then all of a sudden, the leader cut my left hand loose. I was being freed. Then the leader signaled one of his people to do something. One of his people handed him a machete. The leader scooted my chair towards the table to my left and laid my arm on the table. "Wait, what are you doing?" I tried yanking my arm away, but then two of their people held my left arm down and spread my fingers out on the table. "Get off me, damn it!" I couldn't move. The leader got his machete and spread my fingers all the way out with it. No matter how hard I struggled, I couldn't find a way out of this. Until one of the people got close to my head, so I bit them as hard as I possibly could in the side. They elbowed me in the head countless times until they forced me to stop biting. Then before I know it was too late. There was nothing I could have done. They all went away from the table. All I could see on the table was a huge pile of blood. In that pile laid my left ring finger, completely severed from my hand. Ah! They got the machete and cut me loose and dragged me outside. They picked me up and threw me in the back of the pickup truck. I laid in the back of the pickup truck, pinching what was left of my left ring finger so that it wouldn't bleed so much. It hurt so damn bad. I just kept staring into the sky. It was sunrise. One beautiful sunrise. And quite possibly my last sunrise ever. Maybe that was the beauty in it. About 10 minutes later, they threw me out into an open desert in between Los Leones and Puerto Mauricio. They drove off laughing hysterically. I tried standing for as long as possible. I couldn't stand. The dehydration and blood loss wouldn't allow me to. I fell right on my face. The sand stuck to my face blood. I tried crawling, but the sand was too hot. The sunrise was blaring into me. My shirt was ripped. My finger sliced off. My insides damaged. My head trickling with blood. There was no way out. I tried. I gave it my all. That's all that counts, doesn't it? I'm sorry, Ed, Jackson, Clay. I should have been there for you guys, and I wasn't. I blame myself. And Willow, I owe you the biggest apology. I should have told you what was going on. You had no clue Daddy was never going to come back from that so-called event. I failed you, Willow. I'm so sorry, sweetie. I love you, sweetheart.
Guys,
What's up?
What's going on?
he's gone.
He's what?
What are you talking about?
Damian. He's dead.
There's no way he's dead.
Check your map. His blip is a skull now. It's not a dot. It's my goddamn fault.
God damn it! I told him I wouldn't let any more soldiers die on me again. I couldn't keep my word.
I don't know what to do anymore. He was the only good thing I had when my dad passed away.
Keep driving.
Huh?
I said keep driving to his body. We don't leave a soldier's body behind.
Say hi to my dad for me, Damian.
I would have just not been such a damn setback for this group. He would still be alive. It's all my fault. It's my fault.
Hello? 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 Where am I?
Damian?
I turned around and standing behind me was Grace, Willow's mom. We were standing in an all-white room with no walls. Nothing was visible except me and her. Grace! Grace ran to me and jumped in my arms and hugged me tight. I missed you so much.
I know, honey. We're here together now.
Where are we?
Some may call this place heaven.
I died?
Yes, honey. You did.
I can't die! They need me!
Willow needs you, darling.
Grace, she needs you.
But honey...
I can't do what you could do for her. I can't live up to what you could have done. It should have been me, damn it. She needs you more than she'll ever need me. I can't teach her girl things. Nobody taught me how to braid hair or paint nails. Nobody prepared me for this. Nobody told me my daughter's mother was gonna pass away and it would just be me taking care of her. I wasn't prepared for any of this. I can't do this without you, Grace. I need you.
Willow needs you, Damian. Don't you see? I've been watching you. You've been doing an amazing job with her. She's grown to be so smart and so full of personality. Because of you.
I've given her everything I have, Grace. She asked about you the other day, and I didn't know how bad it would hurt until now.
She asked about me?
She did. She has this picture of us that she hid from me. She's been holding on to it for a very long time.
I always knew she was going to be a sweet little girl.
Ed says she looks like me, but when I look into Willow's eyes, I see you. Every single time. It makes me feel at home again. With you. I fell to my knees and Grace dropped down to her knees and held my head to her chest.
Everything is going to be okay. I can promise you, Damian.
I need you, Grace. I can't stress that enough.
And I can't stress enough how much Willow needs you. She looks up to you in everything you do.
If you were here with us, it would be so different.
I could only imagine, honey. But you need to go.
Go where?
Back to Willow, honey.
I can't leave you. Not again.
It's gonna be okay. You'll always have me in both you and Willow's hearts, and the two of you will always be in mine.
Please don't leave me, Damian.
Wait the hell up,
Can't be
man.
here too.
Your friends are waiting for you, Damian. Go. You owe it to them.
I can't leave you.
I've already lost my dad.
Get
You're
up,
close to
please.
house one right now.
Soldier dying.
You can't leave me.
Dad,
I
not
made that
like
promise.
this.
I need
You
you,
will
Damian.
not
I
make
beg
me
him to
break
wake
it.
up.
Wake the hell up,
Help,
goddammit!
please.
This isn't goodbye, honey. This is just a see you next time. I promise.
I stood up with Grace and held the sides of her face as I gave her one last kiss. I love you, Grace.
I love you too, honey. Now go. Everyone needs you.
Daddy, wake up!
Yeah! We missed you, buddy.
Hey guys, he's missing a finger.
Oh my god. We need to treat that right now.
You wouldn't happen to have any more alcohol, would you?
Sadly not. We need to cauterize it to stop the bleeding, then bandage it up.
Cauterized?
We need to burn the holy ever-living hell out of it, and we need a flat, hot surface.
Let's pop the hood on the pickup truck.
Good idea.
Jackson went around and popped the hood of the pickup truck. I was so dazed I couldn't speak. My mouth was absolutely dried. Ed and Clay were on both sides of me, propping me up so I wouldn't fall over.
Okay, hardhead, this is gonna hurt like a bitch.
They got my left hand and placed my stub flat on the engine of the pickup truck's engine. It hurt like hell.
Hang in there, Damian.
They held the stub on there for about 5 seconds. It stopped bleeding afterwards. Jackson took out his bandages and wrapped some around my finger and around the palm of my hand to add extra pressure to keep it from bleeding again. I need water.
Clay, get that cactus.
Wait, what? Clay pulled that cactus out of his backpack and peeled the skin off of it.
Here, eat this, Damian.
I didn't hesitate. I took a good bite into the cactus. It tasted so bland and odd. It's not every day you get to eat a damn cactus. I eventually ate the entire thing. They weren't wrong. The moisture trapped inside of it helps hydrate you a lot.
Damian, try this fruit too. It's awesome.
Oh, okay. They handed me some yellow cactus fruits. I took a bite out of one. It tasted a lot better than the cactus itself. Clay,
What's good, hardhead?
you're ugly as hell right now. What the hell happened to your eye?
I got attacked from behind. The dumb bastard had a shard of glass in his hand and cut me up with it.
That dumb bastard wouldn't have had any glass if he didn't jump through the window like a dumbass.
Watch it, dumbass.
I talked to Grace
You what?
What are you talking about?
when I was dead.
You talked to her?
I thought I'd never see her face again.
Who's Grace?
Willow's mom. She died directly after Willow was born.
I know how that feels. But that's not the point. Are you sure you really spoke to her?
I looked at Clay with the most stern face I've ever made in my entire life. I know I spoke to her.
Calm down there, hardhead. People have visions when they go into death.
I kissed her again. She held me while I cried because it had been so long. I know what I felt, Clay.
I'm sorry. I believe you.
What did she say?
You guys need me. And Willow, too.
I agree.
Same.
I'm not one for sucking up, but without you, it turned into chaos. I got my eye and back cut.
Me and Ed arguing like crazy.
Wait, what?
Jackson and I were going at it about whose fault it was that this was happening.
All this happened when I was gone?
You've got no idea.
True that.
We're glad to have you back, buddy.
I'm glad to be back.
Now how about we go hunt these sons of bitches down and bury them?
Clay stood up and wobbled. He stuck his hand out towards me for me to grab.
Clay, you fall if you try to pick him up. You go ahead and get in the passenger seat of the truck. I ride in the back with Damian and make sure the injuries don't mess up anymore. Jackson, you take the wheel again.
Got it.
Wait, when the hell did Jackson start driving us around?
When he realized we're much better shots than him.
Makes sense. Ed helped me get into the back. He made me lay on my back so if there were gunshots, we could easily avoid them. He gave me some painkillers that he found. The pills were kind of hard to swallow due to all the heat, but I magically got them down.
I say we turn around and find some more gas cans. This truck has a small gas tank.
We might want to hurry.
Why?
The circle's doing that thing it did last year, where it goes all the way across the map.
Are you serious?
Yep, he's serious. He's going really far northeast. Someplace called Tierra Bronca.
Why did this happen to us again?
I've got no clue. Let's hurry and go find some gas cans real quick. Jackson started up the pickup truck and drove down to Puerto Paraiso. It took another 5-minute drive. We got there and Ed and Jackson hopped out of the truck and quickly began looking around for gas cans. Me and Clay were still in the truck. I was still in the back while he was in the passenger seat.
I don't think we're gonna make it out of this, Damian.
What the hell are you going on about up there?
I'm serious, man.
Why's that?
Our two best fighters are injured, right off the bat.
The sky read, Puerto Ricans eliminated. 72 players left.
See? People die all the time not having any good fighters.
I got faith in us, Clay.
I'm just trying to prepare us for the worst.
We got this, Clay. There's no need to prepare for anything.
If you say so.
Ed and Jackson came running back with a total of 3 gas cans. That quick?
Hell yeah!
Ed and Jackson filled the truck up completely with gas. After a few minutes of emptying the cans, they finally got back in their places. The blue circle was right behind us. Except, we were too fast for it this time.
This breeze makes me forget how hot it is in this damn place.
They were being way too loud, giving away our location the entire time, but it was fun. I'll let them have their fun. After about 30 minutes of driving to the circle, we finally arrived at Tierra Bronca. The siren went off a good amount of times in the 30 minutes that it took for us to get there. I guess it was wake-up time for the other teams as well. There was only a total of 44 players left once we arrived. Jackson,
What's up?
how come you were alone super early this morning?
Wait, what?
When that team of 8 captured me, they clicked my map wrap button and I saw you alone.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do, Pipsqueak. What happened when you dropped those 2 gas cans on the ground back at that small building?
You don't know what you're talking about, Clay. You've only got one functioning eye. You don't know what you saw.
I got 2 functioning eyes and I know what I saw.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Jackson, just spit it out already, damn.
Yeah, come on, Pipsqueak. Ain't nobody gonna hurt you.
Fine. I just wanted to be useful for once.
What do you mean?
After that argument you and I had, I just felt so useless. I woke up super early on accident, so I decided to go out and adventure on my own a bit, you know? So I jogged all the way up to Monte Nuevo and found some good stuff. Everyone was asleep in there, so it wasn't a problem.
What do you mean by everyone was asleep in there?
I had a run-in with a few enemies, but they were asleep, so don't worry.
So then what did you do?
I killed them.
What?
Nuh-uh.
Well, only the 3 of them. I left the last one so the siren wouldn't go off. And she was a girl. Did you know they have girls this year?
Yeah, there's a girl on the 8-person team.
I had to kill one in the beginning. She was gonna try and kill me.
Wait a minute. They have girls this year?
Yeah, you didn't know?
No? Oh, come on. You guys didn't tell me? I could have been pulling girls instead of this shit? God, I hate y'all.
Girls aren't gonna help us survive this, Ed.
Yeah, but I told you I can pull more than you, and I meant that.
Deal's off.
Huh?
I'm not gonna date another female again. After talking to Grace again, I couldn't do that to her. She doesn't deserve that.
Okay, man, deal's off. But I'm still gonna pull girls, whether it was a competition or not.
I agree with your decision, Damian. I've been doing that for years now.
Why's that?
My lover back in high school ended her own life from bullying throughout the school. Those kids had no remorse. Hell, I was only the size of Pipsqueak around that time.
There really wasn't much you could do then.
Not at all. I just had to live with the pain until school ended.
Jesus.
And my dad took his own life the day of my graduation because he got too drunk. He never showed up. I had nowhere to go, so I joined the Marines.
Oh my god, Clay.
Don't pity me, okay? That's all I ask of you 3.
Yeah.
No worries.
Hey, Clay,
What's up?
you got us now.
And you can count on that.
Yeah, what they said. We'll be with you when you need us. That's what we're here for. No matter what's going on in your life, you'll always have people in your life that are important to you, that care about you.
We all lost something dear to us at some point. Like this one time, I lost my TV remote.
Shut
up,
up,
Ed.
Okay, yeah, that's smart.
But for real, Clay, don't forget what we said.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we're a team.
Oh, come here, Pipsqueak.
Clay grabbed Jackson and gave him a noogie. He looked happier. I'm glad we could turn a guy who used to be a complete asshole into the caring, fun guy he is now. Oh, but don't get it wrong. Clay hasn't gone soft. At all.
Oh, Damian, you don't have a weapon. I found this gun back in Monte Nuevo. It's called the SLR. Take it. Oh, and here's some 7.62 ammo for it.
I took the SLR and the 2 boxes of 7.62 ammo. I loaded the magazine with the ammo. It took 10 bullets per magazine. It was a semi-automatic. I think we should move into Tierra Blanca.
Good call.
Yeah, let's do that. We've been out here for far too long, and after Dumbass and Pipsqueak were yelling their damn lungs out, I'm almost certain there's gonna be some tangos around here soon.
We all left the truck outside of Tierra Blanca as we walked in. I pushed the button on my map wrap to check out the area around me. It was just a normal town. Until I saw a big circle thing in this town too. What in the hell is that?
How about we go find out?
It's probably something cool. The big circle at Monte Nuevo was a coliseum.
A coliseum?
Like a full-blown coliseum?
It wasn't huge, but it was a coliseum.
That's awesome, dude.
It might just be another one, but we won't know unless we find out.
Okay then, let's go. We all made our way up the street as we walked right through the town of Tierra Blanca. About 10 minutes passed by and we were nearing the large circle on the map.
That's weird.
What is?
The circle hasn't moved much in a good 30 minutes, and the siren hasn't gone off in a bit too.
Oh, damn.
I just noticed that.
Something's up. Either everybody's camping or the system's glitched.
Camping?
It means they're staying still, waiting for an enemy to appear so they could kill them sneakily. It's a cheap but effective move.
As long as we're not getting killed, I'm okay. It was a little after noon at that point. We arrived at that circle.
Whoa. It's a mini arena.
This is cool. And look, I found a 4x scope for my SLR.
I found me a suppressor for my AKM.
Holy hell. There's no damn way.
What is it, Clay?
We looked over and Clay was holding a large handgun.
This right here, soldiers, is my pride and joy. My baby.
What you got there, Clay?
This is known as the one and only Desert Eagle. I have a total of exactly 435 kills with this baby.
Clay kissed the barrel of the gun.
What kind of ammo does it take?
45 ACP bullets.
That explains why last year you could track down that 45 ACP bullet like a damn bloodhound.
When you've been shooting these type of bullets for years, you know these babies by heart.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's like the bullets are your sperm.
Okay, that's enough.
And the gun is like your...
Okay!
Oh, Clay, you dirty little bastard.
I can't believe Clay has killed that many people. That's not even the scariest part. All of that was just with one handgun.
Hey guys, I forgot to show you this new thing I found. I'm sure you saw it on my waist already, but it's cool, isn't it?
Jackson took the sickle off of his waist and held it out. It was about a 3-foot long piece of fine wood with a curved blade at the top. Imagine the Grim Reaper's staff, just not as long. There you go.
You know how to use that thing, Pipsqueak?
Who doesn't? One swing and you're probably dead.
Not exactly, but be my guest.
After that, we heard an insane amount of gunfire and screams from northeast of us.
Guys, that put chills down my back.
The siren began rapidly going off. It wouldn't give this guy a break to read out what teams were eliminated. The siren stopped going off after 9 total buzzers. The sky read, Canadians eliminated, Paraguayans eliminated, British eliminated, Swedish eliminated, South Koreans eliminated, Saudi Arabians eliminated, Brazilians eliminated, 12 players left. What in the hell?
Guys,
I wish I was back in Iraq right about now.
How did so many people die in less than a minute?
Those sirens, screams, and gunshots are still ringing in my head.
me too.
I've heard and seen a lot of bad things, but nothing as frightening as that.
According to the map rep, northeast of this place is called Campo Militar. That translates to military camp.
So it's like Sosnovka back in Erangel.
The place where I almost died?
Yeah, that place.
I'm not sure if we should head directly into a military camp that just had people screaming and gunshots going off. I might not be the smartest, but I know that's not a good idea.
We have to, either way. There's no way we're gonna get through this if we don't. Let's just be super cautious and move up there slowly. Since there's 12 people left, including ourselves, that means that the last 8 of them are probably that Hispanic group.
We're outnumbered.
The ratio is a 2-on-1, and the only person who could take that on is me. Ed and Damian could take a 1-on-1, but Jackson, I don't think you can.
Why is that?
These guys are full adults. Might be my size, might be Ed or Damian's. You'll never know until you see them.
I saw most of them before they nearly killed me. They have 1 female, 7 males. The leader is about Ed's height, and the rest of them, except for the female, are about my height. Jackson, you most definitely don't stand a chance against them. They all have brown skin as well, so they could possibly be from the same group.
But why would they give 8 people to one team?
I don't know. We're gonna have to find out. Let's go. We all began walking up the street to Campo Militar. I'm not gonna lie. I'm quite scared. This could be the very end of us. I have to stay calm though. The group is looking at me to keep them steady. About 10 more minutes later, we could finally see Campo Militar. It had a bunch of military barracks, a bunch of oil silos, a couple houses, many vehicles, and I could see a pickup truck next to 2 dune buggies. They were here. Guys, the pickup truck and those 2 dune buggies are theirs. I saw them outside of the little shack they were torturing me in.
That pickup truck is still running.
That's weird.
They're parked outside of some kind of warehouse.
We need to go in there, but as stealthy as possible.
Let's split into groups of 2. Jackson and Clay go together. Ed and I will enter through the left side of the warehouse if you guys enter through the right side.
Roger that.
Let's go, Damie.
What did I say about that? That's fruity.
Sorry, it's a habit.
Me and Ed walked around the large brick warehouse and saw the left side door that enters to the warehouse. You ready for this?
As long as I got you with me, I'll always be ready.
Love you, bro.
Love you too, man. Now let's go.
Ready to die, Pipsqueak?
Wait, what?
I'm just messing with you. I'm not gonna let anything happen to you. Now come on, let's go inside.
Me and Ed entered the left side of the brick warehouse, while Clay and Jackson entered to the right side. We entered and I stepped in a small puddle of something. I looked down. I was standing in a puddle of blood. I looked back at the floor and noticed it wasn't a small little puddle. It was a humongous puddle of blood, and in the middle of it were a bunch of dead bodies. The bodies that let out those screams. Clay and Jackson looked disgusted. All 36 bodies in the 9 teams that had been eliminated were all lifelessly laying on the ground, covered in each other's blood with countless bullets inside each body. Ed kept looking at the bodies.
They were tied up. Every single one of them.
Just like I was. They managed to capture every single one of these people?
It looks like it.
Clay and Jackson walked up. We all had our guns ready to shoot someone. Clay with his Desert Eagle, Jackson with his Tommy gun, Ed with his AKM, and me with my SLR.
They could be close by.
Keep y'all's eyes peeled.
Hey guys, stay still.
Why? Ed pointed his finger up to a balcony that had a railing that was in the inside of the warehouse with us. Standing up there were the 8 teammates with their guns in their hands, not aiming at us.
Those are Iraqis. 4 of them. One of the Iraqis are a girl.
How do you know that?
I fought and killed Iraqis, Jackson. That's how I know.
The other 4 are Mexicans. I can tell by their skin tone.
I pointed to their leader, who was Mexican. He's their leader. He's the one who cut my damn finger off. Ed drew his AKM and took aim for the leader. The 7 other Iraqis and Mexicans took aim for Ed except for their leader. Me, Clay, and Jackson all pulled out our guns and took aim at one of them. The leader pointed to his gun and then pointed to the ground and then pointed at us.
He's telling us to drop our weapons.
Not happening.
Just then, something clicked to me. Do you 8 not understand that only one group can win this? What you guys are doing is absolutely pointless. They clearly didn't understand a damn word I said.
I think it's best if we drop our weapons, soldiers.
Clay, don't be stupid.
We finally found them after this long. We can't just let them win.
Just listen to me and drop them. If they wanted us dead, they'd have killed us. They got the firepower. All they need is the will to kill us.
It's okay, guys. Drop your guns.
This is so stupid.
We all set our guns on the ground in front of us. The leader made his finger do a motion that told us to get down.
He said get on your knees.
How the hell do you know this all of a sudden?
He's been in the military. His hat says he was a general. His motions are what people use in the military to communicate actions to other soldiers who can't speak your language. So get on your knees or we're all going to die.
Clay sounded protective to not let us die. Clay got on his knees first, then me, then Jackson, then Ed. All 8 of them began walking down some stairs and walked up to us and kicked our guns out of the way to where we couldn't reach them. Those were our primary weapons, though. The rest of us, except for myself, had some kind of secondary weapon. Jackson had his sickle, Ed had his pan, and Clay had his machete and his Desert Eagle. If somehow Clay could lend me one of those. It was almost impossible since he was directly on the other side of the 4 of us. I was on the left side, Ed was to my right, then Jackson, then Clay. The leader told the other people something, then 4 of them stood in front of each of us, and each of them pointed their guns at one of us, so if we tried anything, they would shoot us. The other 4 enemies, including the leader, went behind us with rope and began tying us up. The leader was tying me up. He got down to my hands and flicked my stump where my left ring finger had been missing, and then he laughed. He said something to the guy that was tying Jackson up, and then they switched people. Right when they were moving, Clay used his left hand and pushed the enemy's gun barrel up, and then grabbed his own Desert Eagle and shot the enemy with the gun in his stomach twice, which caused him to flinch and pull the trigger and shoot his teammate in the head. Because when Clay moved his hands, the person tying him up stood up in shock. Jackson thought it was rebellion time, so he took his sickle and stood up and stuck the tip of the blade into the left side of the enemy's head before he could shoot. Me and Ed stood up, but Ed was instantly hit in the head by the leader and was knocked to the ground. The 2 people who were handling him before began tying him back up. I stood up and tackled the leader to the ground, but he found a way to transition me on the bottom and got on top and tried choking me out with the handle of a crowbar, but I was pushing it away from my throat. The enemy behind Jackson was about to grab him by the throat and strangle him, but Clay yelled,
Jackson, move!
Clay threw his machete by the handle and the blade stuck into the enemy's forehead. That enemy was the girl in the group. It was finally an even matchup, a 4-on-4. Jackson ran up to the leader with his sickle and tried slicing him with it. The leader took his crowbar and hit the sickle out of his hand and got off of me and punched Jackson in the face, and Jackson fell on his back. Clay saw this and was automatically infuriated. He charged towards the leader, and the leader charged towards him. Clay took the Desert Eagle off his belt and slid it past the leader, and it bumped my shoulder. Clay went for a takedown at the leader's hips and picked him up in the air, but the leader grabbed at his stitches and made his eye bleed again, so Clay dropped the leader. The leader grabbed Clay by both sides of his head and brought his face into his knee. Clay fell on his back and the leader climbed on top of him and started punching Clay in the face. Clay was blocking most of them but got hit a few times. Jackson was able to scramble to his feet and get his sickle again. He charged at the leader and tried swinging his sickle again, but the leader ducked and Jackson missed. The leader stood up and kicked Jackson in the groin and then uppercutted him, which caused him to fall again. I grabbed the Desert Eagle and saw that Ed was being forced to the ground by 2 of the enemies. The other one went and made sure Jackson didn't get up. I aimed the Desert Eagle with my right hand and shot both enemies in the head that were holding Ed hostage, and they both dropped. I went over and quickly untied Ed before the leader saw me. Then the leader came running at me out of nowhere. I backed up behind Ed laying down and Ed kicked upwards and kicked the leader in the chin. The leader fell back near the sickle. Ed stood up and picked up one of the enemy's handguns. The leader got back up with the sickle in his right hand. Ed took aim at the leader with the handgun as the leader kept confidently walking towards Ed. Ed pulled the trigger 5 times but nothing came out of the chamber.
Oh shit!
Ed swung the handgun at the leader's head, but the leader weaved to Ed's left side and kicked him in the back of the legs hard, which caused him to fall on his back. The leader grabbed Ed's left ankle and swung the sickle down and sliced off Ed's left leg.
Ah!
Everything from Ed's left knee to his left foot was sliced completely off. All he had left on his left leg was his thigh. He was bleeding severely.
You bastard!
I ran towards the leader, but before I interacted with him, I slid the Desert Eagle back to Clay. I tried doing a right hook to the leader's head, but he ducked. Out of pure instinct, I realized his head was low, so I went for a left uppercut and broke his nose. I know I did because I felt a heavy crack on my fist. The leader fell on his butt and sat there and felt his nose when it began bleeding. I took my opportunity and went for a kick while he was sitting down. He laid his head backwards and made me miss my kick. Then he grabbed my ankle and twisted it to where I fell down. He rolled back on top of me and began hitting me. I took a few hits and tried avoiding the rest. Clay shot the guy that was holding Jackson down 3 times in his body. Jackson saw this and got up and ran to me. The siren went off. The sky read, "Iraqis eliminated. 5 players left. The United States and Mexico stand last." Jackson jumped on the back of the leader and bit into his ear. The leader screamed and threw Jackson off. Jackson charged at the leader and yelled,
Don't touch Damian!
The leader grabbed his crowbar from his waist and did a backswing onto Jackson's head. Jackson was knocked to the ground unconscious and blood was pouring from his head. Jackson? No! Clay got up and ran and tackled the leader and slammed him on his back super hard on the concrete ground. I'm pretty sure he broke one of the leader's ribs because I heard a crack.
Go cauterize Ed's leg. I'll handle the leader. Hurry!
I went over to Ed. He had ripped his shirt and tied it above the cut part to stop bleeding so much. I picked him up and ran out of the front entrance of the warehouse. I looked around for somewhere that had a hot surface. Ed was bleeding horribly, and if I didn't get his leg cauterized and quick, he would die. I saw their pickup truck that they captured me in. I ran over there with Ed and popped the hood. I raised Ed's body above the hood. I leveled his stump with the flat engine of the pickup truck. I pressed Ed's stump against the extremely hot engine and kept it there for about 10 seconds. Ed eventually passed out from the blood loss and pain combined. I carried him back into the warehouse and set him down lightly on the ground. I looked at Jackson and he was bleeding out of the head. There was nothing I could do, except bandage him up at least. I looked over and saw Clay on top of the leader. He had this fight. I crawled my way to Jackson. I reached in his bag and took his bandages out and wrapped his head up to keep the blood from pouring badly. I set his head back down lightly. Then I heard 2 gunshots from my right side. I looked over and the leader had Clay with his arm wrapped around his throat and the Desert Eagle to Clay's head. Clay!
Damian, don't worry. This guy is an absolute dumbass.
What are you talking about?
Do something to make him shoot me.
But Clay!
Just do it!
I walked over to one of the dead enemy's bodies and picked up one of their guns. I aimed the gun in their direction. The leader gave me an angry look.
Walk closer to us. Watch this idiot's face when he shoots me.
I began walking closer to the leader and Clay. Instead of shooting Clay, he hit him in the head with the gun, threw him down, and pointed the gun at me and shot twice. The gun was out of ammo. So that's what Clay meant. The leader's face looked surprised, so when he went to check on the gun, I ran at him and put him against a wall and put my hands around his throat and began strangling him. I started choking him so hard that I lifted him off of his feet. I whispered to him, "This is for Ed and Jackson, you piece of shit." My pure hatred took over and I bit into the side of his neck and took a chunk out of it and spit it on the ground. He began bleeding from his neck tremendously. I let him go and he fell to his knees and held his neck and looked me in the eyes. I stood in front of him and stared into his eyes as he died in front of me. His blood was all over my mouth and down my chin. I spit a mouthful of his blood on his body. His face froze and his body had completely fallen in disarray. The victorious alert went off. The sky read, "Winner, winner, chicken dinner." I walked over to Jackson and picked his unconscious body up and carried him. I looked over at Ed. Clay was already picking up his unconscious body.
Let's get them out of here. They need medical attention immediately.
Clay and I walked outside with the bodies. We sat them up together. I crouched in front of Jackson. "I'm so sorry, buddy. I didn't mean for this to happen. And Ed, we're gonna get you fixed up. Don't you two worry." I looked up into the sky. "Get the goddamn helicopter down here now!" A few minutes later, a helicopter landed where we were and picked the four of us up to be brought back to the United States.
Come in. Hello, Natalia.
Hello, Mr. Calloway. I have some news.
Ooh, please tell.
Well, it appears the United States have won for the 4th year in a row.
Damn it!
The team of 8 failed to carry out their mission. I apologize, Mr. Calloway.
Just bring them to me.
But Mr. Calloway, that's not safe and you know it. You said it yourself.
I know, but this is urgent. Just bring them to me. And soon. I need to have a nice little chat with them.
You got it, Mr. Calloway.
Oh, and Natalia?
Yes, sir?
Bring me a coffee while you're at it.
I'm on it, sir.